If you're thinking about getting a pool for your backyard at some point in the near future, no doubt you're wondering what type of pool you should be getting. And you've got three to choose from: vinyl liner, fiberglass, and gunite. So, Kansas City, that is what we're going to talk about in today's video. We're going to compare them across four different categories. Number one, speed of installation. Number two, the swim experience. Number three, ease of maintenance. And of course, number four, lifetime ownership cost. And in this particular category, we're going to define lifetime as a 10-year period. So when it comes to speed of installation, the clear winner here is fiberglass pools. Gunite pools are going to take 3 to 6 months to put in the ground. That's quite a bit of time. Vinyl liners are going to take 3 to 5 weeks. Fiberglass typically 2 to 4 weeks. Now the real question you want to ask yourself here is, how long are you comfortable with your backyard being in total disarray? Because let's face it, pool construction is messy no matter what kind of pool you put in. But choosing a pool that goes in the ground fast means that your property gets put back together that much quicker. So the second category is going to be the swim experience. Now, of course, all pools are going to cool you down. You're going to have a lot of fun playing and splashing around in them. But what I'm really referring to here is the surface of the pool. What's it like for your body to touch it? Now, fiberglass and vinyl liner are going to take a tie in this one over gunite pools, and that's because the finish is incredibly smooth. So when your skin touches the surface of the pool, it's smooth and it feels very pleasant to walk on and play in. Compare that to a gunite pool, which has a porous and somewhat rough finish to it. It can lead to abrasions and things like that. I myself have even scraped the face of my watch on a gunite pool. So, in terms of the swim experience, of course all pools are going to cool you off, but the surface of the pool and the swim experience related to that is far more pleasant in a vinyl liner or with a fiberglass pool. As for the third point, comparison between these three types of pools, let's now take a look at the ease of maintenance. Now, the clear winner here is going to be fiberglass pools, but let me explain why. Fiberglass pools have a gel coat finish that's incredibly durable. It's also non-porous, which means things like algae are not going to stick to it, and they're going to have a hard time even growing in a fiberglass pool. Second to that would be a vinyl liner pool. Now, a vinyl liner pool, you're going to have to pay a little more diligent care to your chemistry because it's not as forgiving as a fiberglass pool. They also have seams, which makes a perfect place for algae to begin to grow and collect. So algae growth is going to be noticeable when that happens in your pool. The most difficult pool to maintain, hands down, is the gunite pool. And that's because it has a porous surface and is the perfect place for algae to grow and take hold in. It's far more difficult to get rid of algae in a gunite pool versus a vinyl liner or a fiberglass pool. All right, so this last category, lifetime ownership cost, and we're going to talk about a 10-year period. Let's draw a quick comparison. When you purchase a vehicle, of course, you know you have to put gas in it, you've got to change the oil, those sorts of things, but you also know that you're going to have major expenses along the way to maintain the vehicle, such as changing the tires, those sorts of things. Well, we'll look at pools. There's going to be operating costs, chemical usage, electric, those sorts of things, but what major expenses are you going to encounter down the road? When it comes to gunite pools, you should plan to have the surface refinished or replastered somewhere around the 10-year mark moving forward. Typically, over the last 20 years, we've seen this need to occur between 10 and 15 years. Doesn't mean it's not going to last longer. We just recommend that you be prepared to have that work done at 10 years or right around that mark, to the tune of $10,000, which does not include the cost to refill it with water or replenish your chemicals. What about vinyl liner pools, Christian? Yep. When it comes to a vinyl liner pool, typically what we've seen is that liner needs to be replaced at about the 5 to 9 year mark. Just call it 7 years. At that point, you should be prepared to have to replace the liner at a cost of $4,500. And again, that does not include the cost to refill it with water, replenish your chemicals. As for fiberglass pools, the gel coat finish is the hero again because it does not need to be resurfaced or refinished for decades. So there will be no major maintenance expense for a fiberglass pool within a 10-year period. So, we've now compared vinyl liner, fiberglass, and gunite pools across 4 different categories, and you, my friends, should have everything you need to make a well-informed decision about which pool is right for your backyard. Well, you didn't think I was going to do a video about Kansas City and not have some barbecue in it. I'm Christian with River Pools. We will see you in a future video, my friends. Catch the wave.